Okay, first on your first question, it's clear that the organized criminal groups, many of them are involved in drug trafficking, but they are also involved in other areas, and they change from different things because they are after the profit, of course. And it's clear that the organized criminal groups have been stronger and more professional in the European Union. But in my view, that is no excuse not to try to fight them even harder. And I think what especially for the EU level is the cross-border element that has been more and more present, and also the online component that is also more present. And these both aspects of the organized criminal groups calls for EU actions. On your second question, fentanyl is present in the European Union, still at a very small scale, but it is present. And we have seen, especially in the Baltics, we have seen, but also in some other countries. So this, what member states need to be able to go after this and to do the prevention is the update and the more or less real-time information on the assessment of how things are developing. And this is the task now with the new mandate for the EU Drugs Agency. And we also double the resources for the EU Drugs Agency. But besides of that, we need also to learn lessons from the US, which unfortunately have very much experience in these drugs. So, so far, last year we had 140 deaths in the EU related to fentanyl, which is very little. But we have to be very much aware that we could be in the same situation as the UN. We have to learn from them. And what they say, just to pick one example, is fentanyl is very often integrated, mixed to other drugs. So, for example, when we do the drug tests to find out is this cocaine or what is it, to also test for fentanyl all the time. And this is now something that member states are doing to make sure, because sometimes you think that this is cocaine, you test for cocaine, it's cocaine, but also test for fentanyl, because very often fentanyl is mixed into other drugs. And these are just one example on how to be aware and to be prepared.
Thank you. Jan.